Oh, hi everybody! It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I got some bad news. I've talked to some of you, but you know, you already know. But for those that don't, my good buddy Garth was found last Friday in his house. He passed away, and I learned about it Saturday, and it was really tough to deal with. I've had family members die. I remember I came home and I found my uncle. He had had a heart attack or stroke, and he passed away a couple of weeks later in the hospital. That was kind of hard, but this was a lot more difficult since I don't understand why. Since Garth wasn't a family member, we're close friends, and we've been hanging out a lot in the last. Jesus, it seems like time has gone by so quick since we reconnected and started hanging out again. But I want to say maybe the last 3-4 years we've been hanging out, and it just doesn't seem like it. It just seems so new that we were hanging out again. Unfortunately, like me and Garth seemed to be parting ways somewhat. I would still go over every once in a while, not as much as I used to, and I feel a level of guilt because I went over to his house last Monday. I guess I should explain. I didn't want to. I'm not going to name names, but Garth was hanging out with someone that I didn't. Not that I didn't like them, but they were just engaged in activity. They were doing drugs, and this person has been in and out of prison their entire adult life. And I just told Garth I do not want to hang out with someone that does drugs like that and just has that prison mentality. Because man, the last times I talked to Garth, he was just telling me how this guy, like, he doesn't care if he goes back to prison. If whatever happens, he'll just go back to prison. It doesn't matter. And I was like, well, Garth, if he doesn't care what happens and he'll just go back to prison, he'll be fine. I mean, what happens, like, if something happens to you or anybody or me, or I mean, he's my friend. And I was, well, you don't make the best decisions in life, Garth, and now he's gone. But anyway, I watched Street Trash 2024, and this is for Garth. He's a Street Trash fan, the original, and I've shown Garth a lot of movies, but actually Garth has shown me like two of the best genre movies ever, and he doesn't even remember. And I was kind of jealous actually for a while. So man, I know all these movies, and this was a long time ago that he showed me. He showed me I spit on your grave. You have to pause when you say I spit on your grave. And he showed me Pieces the first time, a long time ago, and I didn't like it when he showed it to me. But Pieces is just one of the greatest, and I told him, I was like, you showed me like two of the best movies ever. And I told him how I kind of resented him for that, and he doesn't even remember. But I've showed him Street Trash, Brain Damage, like everything. That was for some reason I always wanted to share stuff with Garth, like music, anything that I liked, and he kind of was getting tired of that towards the end. But anyway, he's gone now. I'm gonna do more videos about him, but Street Trash 2024, and I was like, man, I think Garth would have liked it. Would you like it? Did I like it? Overall, I did like it. It's directed by, damn it, Krueger. I want to say Freddy Krueger, but it's like I can't remember. Some guy's last name's Krueger. God damn it. But he directed Fried Barry, which I think I reviewed and I got from the library of all places. So I just, one of my other friends had said, there's a new Street Trashers out. I was like, whoa. The street trash. It's like Bad Taste, Evil Dead. I saw all those movies around the same time. Evil Dead 2, Street Trash, Brain Dead, Brain Damage, Basket Case, in the same, like, maybe even like, I'm gonna say 5 year, but maybe even like 2 year period. I saw all of these classics now. Street Trash is just part of me now. So the fact that someone was gonna remake it, I was like, well, that's, if you're remaking Street Trash, you're a pretty messed up person, and you don't care like if a movie's gonna be like popular or not. And a lot of people seem to like abandon Street Trash. Some people that I really like their reviews haven't. They still love it. Other people say, oh, there's so many. Oh, I hate when they say that. But it's a horrible movie. Like, it's not good. You're not gonna be nice when you're horrible. Anyway, Street Trash 2024. It's set in South Africa, and it's like in the future. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the middle class is disappearing, and this billionaire just finally decides to get rid of the bums. And I don't like bums either. But, this is like an extreme case where they say like the middle class is shrinking, it's just the poor and the rich. But, so there's bums, the main bum is Donald. And the actor looks, he was in, oh my god, I forgot what he was in, but he's been in a few things I've seen. He looks horrible. His face is real puffy, and sometimes in lighting, it doesn't look like he has eyeballs. But I guess he was good. Kind of likable. And it even starts off like the original Street Trash, where he's like running, the cops chasing him, and he's running, he's doing drugs, and there's a part where he's running like in a junkyard, and the cars are piled like mountains, and I was like, that looks pretty cool. The cop he's chasing gets his penis pinched off by a gate. I was like, hey, the penis, like in Street Trash. So this guy Donald is living, like, he has his own, he doesn't have a tire house. Yeah, they didn't do it in like a cool little hovel like that. But he's living with his like 5 other bum friends, and he's seen this girl. These guys are like messing with this girl bum, and he saves her, and he like brings her into his group. What I noticed though is that for a while there just seemed to be no story. It was just like skit. Like, it was almost like Police Academy or like Saturday Night Live, where it's just they go from skit to skit, and it really has there's no main story. Nothing's connecting. It's just trying to be funny and gross, which is fine. But I do like a story. There is a story though. The rich billionaires guys trying to get rid of the bums, and the bums have to fight for their life and reclaim their section of the city or whatever. So there is a bare bones story. The music is just like all new like underground low budget movies have been doing. Synthwave, 80s style, like Turbo Kid, Psycho Gorman, VFW. There's all these like just underneath mainstream movie filmmakers like Joe Begos, Steve Kostansky. I can't think of anyone else. This guy, Freddy Krueger. Well, the guy that made like he's made like King Kong movies now, but where they seem to be all like pilfering from like Wes Craven, John Carpenter, Tarantino, maybe. And again, that's fine. 'Cause the music, it was pretty cool. The lighting is very like neon, bright reds, blues. Um, but it's just like a thing that's happening, I guess. Now, then there are the meltings. Well, before I say that, this is actually, it's. I saw some reviews that saying it's a remake. I think I heard in the movie this is like a sequel because they talk about the incident in New York in 1986. And we got the Viper, a sample of Viper, and we've synthesized it. And once I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm good now. I'm fine. This isn't a remake. They've mentioned the 1986 one, so let's move on to whatever this is. So I thought that was cool. So they've synthesized it, weaponized it, and now it's like an aerosol spray, like a mace, and they put it in these drones, and it's just flying around and zapping bums like a can of Raid. The meltings are good, and there's a lot of them, but I just assumed that there was going to be like CGI a little bit, and I don't think there's any CGI. It's all like bladders and gushing different colors, pink, purple, blue, green, and it's really cool. But I just thought some CGI you could enhance the meltings just that much more. In my head before I saw it, I imagined like a melting like a bum like sizzling like a egg in a pan, and then like like the bubbling and shaking, or just extreme super like explosions, like of splattering and exploding and gushing, ejaculation, and there wasn't, but they were still cool. I mean, I don't want to say they're not, because they were. And there's a lot of them. I was trying to keep count. I was like, going to be just like 5 or 6. There's a lot. But I just thought, yeah, they could have been enhanced with CGI. I don't know, just maybe like a whole, you see a whole body melt at once, like legs, arms, face, just dripping, but like the Blob, something like the Blob, but no, there isn't. There is one part, spoiler, where one bum is handcuffed and he slips his hand through the cuffs and it just degloved, and I was like, ugh. That was pretty sick. You see a lot of skulls, cool colors. Yeah, it was good, but I mean, probably didn't have the budget for that, I guess. But that's just something that I was just kind of let down. Definitely, there was. I mean, there were parts where I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome," but there just wasn't that part where like I melted. The actor that played Fried Barry is in this. He has a look, and he's like talking to an imaginary friend, and you see him. He's a little blue guy, and he's disgusting, and he's awesome. And then the main character Donald, he's a drug addict, and he gets his drugs from this guy called Society. Yeah, it had to be a society movie reference, and he is awesome. His voice is awesome. They show him a few times, and I think the second or third time I saw him, I was like, this is like this guy's like David Bowie, Iggy Pop, and but like a scummier, nasty, ugly, evil version of them. I didn't look him up, but whoever he is, he was great. Just his look. That's, I mean, just almost like he could be he getting. Let's see his movie, and then it descends into just an action movie with machine guns and fighting and kung fu and cursing. Um, and but overall, I did like it. I rented it on Amazon Prime. It almost seems like a movie you would find at a Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. I mean, I hope it does come out. Okay, there it goes. Listening to Viking. I think Man of Straw or Do or Die. I think it's Do or Die. I'm not sure. Pretty good. Some good old 80s thrash. Street trash. It looks great. Freddy Krueger makes he makes it seem. It does seem futuristic. He does create a world. I liked it. I actually like the parts where the rich people are abusing the poor people. I mean, I'm a poor person, but I liked seeing the rich eat the poor in this. And all else I was gonna say, gosh darn it, meltings. I already talked about that. And there's a lot of oh yeah, like the Quentin Tarantino writing influence, or the main characters are talking about Peter Pan and it's Disney movies, and I get it. I get it. It's funny and weird and it's stupid. Just if that's just getting to me. That's just keep on topic of whatever the movie's about, or be really good on crazy stuff like. And they just talk about like these Disney movies are for pedophiles and disgusting people. So it's just getting, for me, it's getting old. But yeah, I'm just kind of a little torn. Overall, I did like it. Oh man, I can't believe it. It has a really good song for the credits, just like the original Street Trash did. And, I like this song at the end. There's a decent ending. I guess it didn't try too hard to be as nasty and ugly as the first one is. The first one is just that time period, the way the world was then, and how gross people were. It was just natural. At least this one didn't try to force it too much to be gross. They do a little. I liked all the main characters, but none of them. At first, I was gonna say I didn't like them, but they were okay. But none of them were great. But I guess I'll stop now. I'll give it just a solid 3. I would like to see it again. I would like to find it at the dollar store. It costs like $6 on Amazon Prime. I am glad. I don't feel like I wasted my money. And I got like 68 more hours to watch something. Maybe I'll just watch it like 10 more times till I either love it or I'm sick of it. And you're gonna get sick of it. I think Garth would have liked it. And I'm going to do more videos. I'm going to review some porn. Because he hated when I would bring up porn. And like, I have all kinds of movies. So I have some like softcore Euro trash cinema that he would never let me watch, but when he would pass out, I would put some softcore porn on while he was asleep. So that's it. Please send your condolences. Garth was a really tortured soul, very sad and depressed towards the end, and I tried to alleviate that, and I'll talk about it more in the next one.